He wandered out into the street and was mowed down by a huge truck. My neighbor witnessed it and screamed as the truck sped off. We took him to the ER vet, but his age and the extent of his injuries counted against him. I cried as I went to say my goodbyes. He was heavily medicated at that point and in severe pain. He knew it was over. He looked at me with those big green eyes, and for the first time, they shimmered at me. He reached his kitty paw to me so I could hold it, and I stroked it, telling him I loved him and was sorry. Please listen and watch this video from Animals My Love today. Over the years, I've had many caring and loving cats. I could probably write a book about them. I'm more of a dog person now, although I still love cats, and there's a stray who hangs out by my house, ready for some pats when I need my kitty fix. But this story is not about how a cat showed care for me. It's about my cat who so deeply fell in love with my little stepdaughter. I named him Popeye, mostly white with one black eye. It stood out and the name Popeye suited him perfectly. He wasn't a typical cat to me. He was standoffish with most people and he never quite bonded with me. He was the lone survivor of my beloved kitty Patches, a tortoiseshell who gave birth prematurely. I'm still not sure which cat impregnated her. One day, robbers broke into the house and scared her that she gave birth instantly. The two kittens didn't make it. Popeye is the only one who made it. Popeye was a cat's cat. He loved his mama and his uncle, an older cat that I adored. Popeye hated me after I took his mother from him, and when his uncle died before my eyes, I'm pretty sure he blamed me for that too. He attacked me when I tried to remove my older cat's dead body. Now, let's fast forward years later. Popeye, now an old man, was still not affectionate to me, but he followed me around with the dogs. It was like I had a pet train everywhere I went. He barely let me pat him, and he would hiss at me if I talked to him. Then one fine day she arrived, a tiny sweet little 3-year-old girl, and he was instantly smitten with her. He laid with her and snuggled up to her on the couch. He let her pat him for as long as she wanted. He mowed to her when she talked to him. Their bond was immediate and very close. He waited by the door on Friday nights as if he knew she was on her way. Even the parrot was smitten with my little princess. Popeye would simply glow when she was around. His eyes would shimmer. It was crazy. She loved him just as much. She would tuck him in and they would lay still right next to each other. That really got me right in the feels. Here was this old cranky cat who I felt bad for because he was the last cat. He hated the dogs, despised the bird, and had no use for his human. He finally found the affection he apparently always wanted. Not just from me, the apparent cat killer. He sucked up her love for about 5 years. At 17, he started to wobble when he walked and would get disorientated. An indoor cat almost his whole life, he only decided to go outside right before I moved into this house. He wandered out into the street and was mowed down by a huge truck. My neighbor witnessed it and screamed as the truck sped off. We took him to the ER vet, but his age and the extent of his injuries counted against him. I cried as I went to say my goodbyes. He was heavily medicated at that point and in severe pain. He knew that it was over. He looked at me with those big green eyes, and for the first time they shimmered at me. He reached his kitty paw to me so I could hold it, and I stroked it, telling him I loved him and was sorry. I didn't want him to go like that. He softly mowed back at me and purred for the first time. He purred as I softly patted him. My husband and stepdaughter went to say their goodbyes. As much as it hurt, him giving me that last moment touched me very, very deeply. Rest in peace, old man. Your princess still speaks of you. Therefore, when our cats are by our side right now, please give them as much love as possible. If you were impressed by our story today, please like and share with your friends. Thanks for watching our video. Goodbye and have a nice day.